Hello, I am Sereta Noell, licensed clinical social worker of Maryland. This video is for healthcare workers as well as people who want to know a few tools for mental health while we are in this pandemic and all trying to get through it together. So first and foremost, I want to say a special thank you to all of the essential healthcare workers and essential workers that are putting themselves out there and helping others every day. Hopefully from this video, you and a lot of people are able to take some tips and tools from this to help you with everyday life as we work on getting through this as a community. So first we're going to go over some tips for transitioning from work life to home life. And then the second part will be going over some general mental health and self-care tips. So for transitioning from work to home life, I like to think of it as the ending of one episode, the commercial break, and then transitioning to another episode, which is home life. And so work might be very stressful in these times for essential workers. And it's normal and common to have thoughts going through your day of work stressors or things that you encountered, or making special notes in your mind of things that are important to remember for the next time you do go to work. And so with that being essential, it's nice to give yourself time for that. I recommend picking a landmark or a mile marker so that when you see that on your way home, you realize and remember, oh, okay, work stuff is ending now. It's my commercial break. And use a short window for self-care. You can fill that commercial break with your favorite song, or calling a friend or a family member, or rolling down the window and just listening to the background noise, or enjoying the fresh air, or listening to an audiobook, whatever that is for you. Take time within that window for yourself. And then maybe pick another mile marker or landmark when you want to switch gears and tune into the next episode that's coming up, the episode of home life, and make time to think about what it is that is a priority when you arrive home, things that you need to do and want to make sure that you get done. I also recommend having a conversation with your family members and loved ones ahead of time of what you arriving home will look like. For example, some may need to change their clothes or take a shower or take a few minutes for themselves to unplug before jumping into home life tasks. So having a conversation about that and what expectations could be could work wonders. Additionally, on your route home, you could also use what's called mindfulness. There's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tool where you go through your senses. So you identify 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you smell, 1 thing that you taste. And it's just things that you naturally are noticing, and you can do it while you're at a stoplight. And for 4 things that you feel, it's just without moving. You might feel your foot connecting with the brake pedal, or you relaxing in your seat, different things. And for the sense of smell and taste, if you don't notice anything in that moment, you can replace that with 2 things that you're grateful for and 1 thing nice to yourself or about yourself. And lastly, for the trip home, I recommend considering taking an alternate route or a detour home. This gives your brain something else to look at, to pay attention to, and can help pause thoughts that you want to change the channel on while focusing on something else that could be entertaining or change of pace. All right, I hope that those tools and suggestions could be helpful for transitioning from work life to home life. And so I'm going to transition to talking about general mental health tips as well as self-care. I think it's important to address that with this pandemic going on, it is common and natural for our stress response, our fight or flight response, to be triggered. This kicks in when we feel like we're unsafe or in danger, and our brains are wired for survival. So they're doing their job. They're making sure that they're on guard and keeping us aware. But sometimes that alarm is kind of stuck in the on switch, or it might be pressed falsely. And so it's important for our brain and body to stay connected. And when we know that we're safe and it's okay and the alarm can go off, that we communicate that to our mind and our body consistently, so that then we can get our rest, we can get our immune systems up more, and just feel better overall. And so to do that, to let your body know, hey, I'm okay, we can calm down and relax, I recommend limiting the consumption that you have of news and media around the pandemic, such as limiting to 1 or 2 reliable sources that you trust. And if you feel comfortable with it, just checking in on those once a day. Additionally, you can use calm breathing techniques to let your body know that you're okay and you're safe. So one of my favorite is breathing in for 4 seconds and then breathing out for 8 seconds. You're breathing out twice as long because when you exhale, it tells your body it's okay, I'm okay. And we want to make sure that we are consistently getting that message. And so you can try that 2 times in a row, see how your body responds. You can practice that a few times a day. The more that you use it, the more your body responds to it. And so some people really enjoy breathing techniques, others not so much. And so check it out, see what feels right for you. Additionally, I recommend trying to go outside, get some fresh air and some sun at least once a day. Get out in nature, as well as reaching out to virtual supports. Call friends, call family members, call classmates, keeping in touch with your social network within your means. And making time for the little things is important and can definitely benefit our mental health. By that I mean, take time to put on your favorite outfit or spray some cologne or perfume, making time for those simple pleasures that you enjoy. Additionally, I recommend scheduling something within your means in your schedule, say for 3, 5, or 7 days down the road. That can be anything from planning to go for a walk, watch a movie, have a call with a friend or a family member, or creating a planned spirit week, either for the kiddos or even for yourself and your work friends. Whether it's superhero day or sports day or a certain color or rainbow colors, you can make it your own so that it's something to look forward to. In my last few suggestions, speaking of a weekly plan, I think it's great to establish a routine for yourself, down to sleep and wake times being consistent. That way you have your internal clock and rhythm set for what your new normal is, and keeping things as closely related as to what our previous normal was. If you used to attend religious gatherings on a certain day of the week, see if you can attend them virtually or online so that you can still get that sense of grounding and fulfillment spiritually. With big situations like this, it's normal and common to have big feelings accompanying it and to experience some ups and downs. I hope that this video provides you with some tips and tricks that can help you along the way. Please know that if you or someone that you know is in need of meeting with and talking to a mental health professional, that there are supports and resources out there and they are available for you. A great resource with getting connected to mental health providers is reaching out to your primary care doctor and getting a referral, or you can always call the number on the back of your insurance card or contact agencies close by to you within your area. I hope that this helps. Stay well, be safe. We're all in this together.